What is up, everybody? Well, guess what today's video is? I've been kind of putting it off because this has been a crazy beginning of the season, by the way. We went, I feel like I haven't been home but like one weekend since February, which I think is true, actually. So it has been crazy. We've been tournament after tournament after tournament in the videos. We've been editing. McCoy's been going crazy. Jacob's been doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job, but it's been hard to keep up with the schedule. So this video here is going to be the Bassmaster Classic 2020, okay? We're going to break down why I didn't win the tournament. Basically, why I didn't win the tournament. You know, it's like every tournament, these 2020 videos are nice because it allows me to kind of take a step back, see what I did wrong, and kind of decipher all of that information and see where I can improve next time. And sometimes breaking that down mentally is real important. I like to do that. So I like to share my thoughts with you guys. You know, look, I've been doing this a lot of years, and I've been fortunate enough to win a good many tournaments, but you're always going to lose more than you win. And there's always little things that I wish these were a lot clearer during the tournament or before the tournament. Sometimes they are, but a lot of times at the end of the event, you start to realize where you messed up. And for the Bassmasters Classic, for me, guys, I mean, dream come true, right? To finally be able to fish the Bassmaster Classic. Something my dad's fished a bunch of, something that he never won that tournament. That's the one tournament that eluded him all those years. He came in second, third, fourth, I mean, every place you can imagine, but he never took home the top prize. And for me, it was powerful. It was emotional. It was, I was very humble to make it. It was extremely hard to qualify for the Bassmasters Classic. And, but I had a lot of fun. I hope that I can have a chance to do that again through qualifying this year on the Elite Tour. You know, for me, I prayed a lot that I would just be patient and calm and focused, and he delivered on that. I approached that tournament very calm, and I was very patient, and I was very focused. I really was. As much as all the crazy things that are going on between the dinners, the media events, the this and that, I mean, it can wear people down and kind of overwhelm people. You know, fortunately, fishing the FLW Tour for as many years as I did, and fishing in the Forest Wood Cup, which was a huge event, World Championship event, kind of prepared me mentally for a lot of those things. But you know, when the tournament started, I thought I had a pretty good game plan. I wanted to find a couple schooling spots, and then I also wanted to find a dock bite, and then I also wanted to find a largemouth bite. If I was able to find those three patterns, I really feel like I had a shot to maybe pull off something special. You know, again, the schooling opportunity is real important in these events, because on a lake like Hartwell, where those fish do feed on herring, if you can get a good limit in the morning or get a couple good kicker fish in the morning, it makes the rest of the day a lot easier, because you can focus on just 1 or 2 bites or 3 bites instead of starting off the day and not catching anything and then trying to fill out your limit the rest of the day. Can be a little tough. So fortunately, I found these fish out off an island and also in the back of a creek on this little creek channel thing, and the way I was catching them was a little different every single day, and that's the tip I want to give you guys. So the first day, I caught them dropping a small swim bait, a small, I want to say it was a 3/16 head, 10-pound line, literally dropping it straight down to them. These fish were suspended over, say, 30 feet of water. They were about 15, 20 feet down, and I would drop that swim bait straight down on them like you do a drop shot, and they would follow it down, they would eat it. And it's kind of a neat little way of catching them, something that I had really never done before. I kind of figured it out by accident, but they really liked it that way on day 1. And day 2 was more of a jerk bait, a little bit on some top water action, a little bit different type stuff there. But every day I had to kind of adjust slightly. I was happy with what I found for the morning bites. But I had a hard time really dialing in consistent good bites on the docks. And the other thing that I found in practice was a largemouth bite. And you know as well as I do, that's what eventually won the tournament. Shallow docks, largemouth, Jason Chesty, fishing a jig. It was really neat to see how he approached those super shallow docks, fishing those walkways and doing all that. I really learned a lot by watching him. It's probably my biggest weakness as of right now in fishing, and I consider myself very versatile. My biggest weakness would be dock fishing. And that's only because, A, we don't have docks on Lake Okeechobee. Really, docks in Florida, it's not a big thing. And so the only time I get to fish docks is when I'm on a tour event. And I kind of, to be honest with you, kind of avoid docks. I've done really well not fishing docks. But when you pull up on a lake like Hartwell, where there's docks everywhere, you got to fish docks. And I never could dial in that dock bite just right. In practice, I caught a couple decent fish on chatterbaits around the docks, but that water never muddied up. I really wanted muddy water. It rained quite a bit, but it didn't muddy up the lake like I was hoping it would. And so that shallow largemouth bite kind of went away. And that hurt me. You know, in my mind, I wanted to start on the schooling fish and then go fish the largemouth up shallow, because the largemouth have a chance of being 3.5 to 5 pounds more consistently. Obviously, you're not going to catch a 5-pound spot in Hartwell. A lot of 3s, but not a lot of 5s. And so, you know, I rolled with that on day one and did not catch any of the largemouth. Missed a couple fish, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but never really, you know, that deal never really happened. Late in the day, I caught some nice fish on the docks on the wacky worm, which was a lot of fun. And I'd say one of the neatest bites, and I'm going to show you this clip because it's really cool. I skipped my worm under a dock, and this was a clutch fish. I needed this fish. I skipped my worm way under a dock, and I literally heard kudoosh, and I thought I scared the fish. And I even turned to my partner, and this is, here, just take a look. Got her, got her. That's a big one, dude. All right, finally. Wasn't that crazy? I mean, that was just one of those moments where I literally thought I scared it, but he actually had it the whole time. Caught that nice fish, good 4-pounder, and that really helped me out a lot on day one. Gave me some nice weight, and you know, the neatest part about the whole classic thing is the coverage that I was getting along with some of the fish catches. Kind of had me in the mix the entire event, so that was nice. You know, a lot of excitement. My family and friends were sending me text messages all throughout the event saying, good job, keep it up, you know, you can pull this thing off. And I really did. I felt like I had a chance at winning this thing, even though Chesty, you know, really ran away with this thing. But for me, it was really missed fish. And I know that's been kind of a theme this year. I missed some fish at Harris Chain. And look, I'm not making excuses. Everybody misses fish. You just don't hear or see about them a lot because not everyone's filming every single fish they catch or don't catch on these tournaments. I do. So you get to see all the good, the bad, and everything in between. Trust me, everyone's losing fish. But I did learn something. I was skipping a wacky worm on a favorite jackhammer, 7-foot medium and a 6'10" medium, and I thought that rod was perfect. You know, light line, braid, wacky worm hook. I thought that was good. It was a real accurate rod. I could skip it good. So where I messed up was the action of the rod. A 7-foot medium, I needed a little bit more backbone. They make a 7.2 medium heavy, which I've used in the past a bunch. And I took it off just because that little 7-foot medium was just nice. That little 6'10" medium was just accurate and soft and just, it was awesome. But it wasn't driving the hook. You know, even though with braid, it's just a little too soft. So it's a great drop shot rod. It'd be great for like an open hook situation. But a weedless wacky, a big lunker log, it kind of got in the way a little bit, and I missed some fish that cost me. You know, some of them were big. One of the crazy things that happened was I'm live scoping too. I could see under the dock, and you can kind of see movement. And I see a big fish swimming around on my scope, and I skipped the wacky under there, and I can see the wacky worm falling on the screen. And I'm like, oh man, and I see the blob get interested and come to it, which most of the time they wouldn't. A lot of those big ones are just not feeding. This thing actually came at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna eat it. And then it kind of hovered for a minute and then took off like it ate it. And I was sitting there watching my line, and nothing was moving. Line wasn't taking off. I'm like, what the heck? And I went and did like a soft check, and it was totally limp, like nothing there, like line cut. And I'm like, what the heck? And I reel it, it's just the hook. My worm, when I skipped it in there, came off the hook. The worm sank, the fish ate the worm. Oh yeah, big one. Swam off. just weird things like that. You know, Jason Christie said on stage he didn't miss a fish all week, and that's what you have to do to win. I mean, when you're out there and you're on a pretty good pattern and you can execute 100%, you can bat 1,000. It makes a huge difference. You're going to finish way, way higher, if not win the tournament, when you fish with that kind of consistency. And that hurt me. So I learned a little bit on the rod, that I needed to go up in action on the rod. And other than that, you know, I just didn't figure out that largemouth bite. I found a lot of the right docks. I remember looking at my satellite imagery, dropping waypoints on my iPad, thinking, oh, I'll check these docks, I'll check these docks, and I did check them in practice, but I didn't catch any off of it, and I didn't fish it right, because now I look back at Jason and some of the places he fished, and I'm thinking, I literally fished some of these places that he caught good fish in, but he fished them totally different, shallow. So I learned a lot by watching him on TV, and it was neat to kind of see him pull that off. Victory well deserved, but you know, for me, I'm in it to win it, guys. Hopefully I'll get another shot at this thing. You know, I had an awesome time. The support from everybody, the fans, all the support you guys have been giving me on the videos have been amazing. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting our channel and helping us do what we do. It takes a lot to film everything that we do, preparing the cameras, you know, figuring out all the stuff that we have to do. McCoy filming and editing, and Jacob doing all the stuff he does. It takes a lot. It takes an army to pull off what we're doing here. But I do want to say thank you for all the support. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to drop a link in the description down below for some merch and some hats and shirts. Love for you guys to go copy some, okay? And tag us on Instagram or Facebook and let us know what you think. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. We're going to get ready for another event. Oh yeah, that's right. We're right in the middle of another one. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you.